Look how pretty. Oh my God. It's so beautiful. Hi you guys, welcome back to the Clean Beauty Code. I'm so excited for this video because we're talking new makeup. We're doing a full face of new makeup. We're doing the makeup on my face today. Look at these shakes. Look at how youthful and plumped up and just delicious they look. I love it. I would love to know down below what products do you guys want me to talk about next. And yeah, I just want to jump into this video and get started. So if you're excited for this video and more videos like this, then please like and subscribe. And without further ado, let's get into this full face of new makeup. New makeup, let's get into it. I'm so excited. First things first, brows are already filled. I just got them done. There's something about getting your brows done that just brings life into your soul, you know? I'm loving the brows right now. Anyways, I digress. Let's get into the rest of the makeup. So first things first, we're actually going to go on with this like bronzing glowy drop product from Saie Beauty. I've already talked about this. It is such a beautiful product and I'm really enjoying it. This is what it looks like. It's just so bronzy and glowy and it has a really nice set down, which is nice. Like it looks really nice throughout the day too. It doesn't get pouchy or anything. So I'm just going to blend it out with my fingers. All right, the bronze and glow drops are blended out. I just love what this does for my complexion. And I did a very small amount on the back of my hand. I didn't want to be too bronzy. I just wanted a little bit of sheen and a little bit more bronze to my skin than I have right now, but I'm going on with a new bronzer, so I didn't want to overdo it. But these are really great. I really enjoy them. So the next we're going to go on with a skin tint. We're actually going to go on with this one. This is the Best Skin Days. Is that the full name? Yeah, Best Skin Days from Iris and Romeo. I really like this. I have the shade 8, I believe. Shade 8 in this, and we're just going to take a little bit. Just a dab. I don't want a lot of makeup today, but I do want a little bit of something. This is really nice. I've done a whole review on this, and I really enjoy the way that this looks. I'm going to just blend this out, or not blend it out, get it all up in my brush. So I'm going to just get it all up in here. And then we're just going to blend it out. And I really enjoy the way that this sits on the skin and just looks so natural. I also like that it has an SPF of 30. Just overall, it really does look so natural on the skin, but it does give you a little bit of something for the days where you just need a little bit of something. A little bit of something, but you don't want it to be apparent on the skin and you really want it to be very just natural looking. This is great. We are blended. Now we're going to move on to our new bronzer, and it is this one from Saie Beauty. I sprinted, broke my ankles running to get this because I was so excited. I love the original formula of their blushes. I mean, I've talked about the blushes 1,000 times on this channel. That formula is beautiful, flawless, incredible, cannot go wrong, absolutely stunning, gorgeous. And this is the same formula. So I was really excited. So I actually got the shade Swim, I believe. I think it's like the third darkest, Swim. And we're just going to put a little bit on the back of our hands, and then we're going to blend it out with a brush. Now, that is just like my preference with kind of all cream products, is to go on with a brush. So this is the shade, and this is a nice like bronzy shade for me. I feel like it gives me the amount of bronze I want without feeling overwhelming on my skin, because sometimes when bronzers are too dark, to me, they just kind of look bananas. So beautiful. And just blends out like a dream. I mean, if you've ever used the Saie Beauty blushes, this formula is the same in terms of just blendability, the way it just melts into the skin. I don't know, it's just gorgeous. And you don't see it on the skin. When you get close, it doesn't look like you're wearing makeup, if that makes sense. Sometimes creams can kind of sit on your skin a little bit more apparent when you use a brush because they kind of the texture of the brush, but this does not have that, which is amazing. Then I'm going to take whatever is left on the back of my hand, pick it up on this nose contour brush, and just add some bronzer to my nose. I really feel like adding bronzer to your nose really is just the move for just a really cohesive look. For bronze, next we're going to move on to concealer. I'm going to do a little bit of this Kulfi concealer. I wear the shade Mango Drop in this, and I'm just going to do a little bit here and a little bit here, and then if I need to build up more, I will. So I'm going to take this brush here. This is a Makeup Forever brush, but I think it's number 144. Am I crazy? Oh no, it is 144. And this is a brush that weirdly I bought as like a highlighter brush. I do believe it says on their website you can use it for concealer, but I never used it for that. And I only had packed this brush when I was on a little trip, and so it could only blend anything with this. And it is so good at making your under eyes look really, really natural, but concealed, if that makes sense. It's just so good. I'm going to do a touch more on both sides. Just a dab here. That's it. And a dab here. I'm just going to blend it in. I really like this brush for when I'm doing a small amount of concealer as opposed to my usual like more heavy amount, because it doesn't soak up a ton of the product. So I don't know, it's just gorgeous, and it makes my under eyes look flawless. Like when I get really close to the mirror, I'm not seeing, like, it doesn't look like I'm wearing makeup, and that is incredible. Now we're gonna move on to a new blush, and this is the new blush. This is from Haus Labs, and this is their like glossy blush cream stick. Okay, that name is crazy, but this is their like cream blush in a stick that's really, really glossy. I was so excited that they came out with this product, because I love a cream that I can pair with a powder, if that makes sense. It just makes makeup last so long. I got the shade Pomelo Peach, or I feel like it's Glossy Pomelo. Yeah, Glossy Pomelo, but I also have the powder for Pomelo Peach, so we're gonna pair them together today. But this is so pretty. I was actually surprised, kind of. The shade to me looked a little bit more pink than peach, but also, I don't know. Peach can kind of skew depending on the skin tone. So on me, I feel like it skews a little bit pink. However, when I apply it, I don't feel like it looks super pink or anything. I'm gonna just take this brush here. This is from e.l.f. and this is their just dual-ended like complexion brush. This is a really good alternative to the Heavenly Luxe number 7. And I'm gonna just dip in and lightly, I'm gonna hold the back here and lightly apply. Look how pretty, oh my God, it's so beautiful. Blush is on, and the sheen that the blush has is just, I mean, look how beautiful that is. It is incredible. I'm going to go on with the powder. I'm going to let this sit for a second. So I don't want to go too overboard with the blush, because you don't want it to be like, well, actually, maybe you do. I don't want it to be like too intense. I do want it to look somewhat natural. So we're going to leave it how it is, and we're going to actually move on to the eyes. And I'm going to go on with the bronzer that we used. And I'm just going to take a little bit on the back of my hand, and we're actually just going to apply with our fingers directly to the lid. And then I'm just going to take this brush here, and I'm just going to blend the edge a little bit. Then I'm going to take a brush like this, and I'm going to just dip in to whatever's left on the back of my hand and pull it down on my lower lash line. Before we carry on with the rest of the eye, I'm actually going to take this powder here from Ami Cole, and we're just going to do a little bit of setting to the face. I personally prefer usually a translucent powder. We're set. Now we're going to move on to the rest of the eyes. We're going to do something real simple. We're going to take the Kosas palette, and I'm mainly going to focus on, nope, not there, the dark brown here. So we're going to take that, and I'm going to add a little bit to my lid, but then also kind of tight line my eyes. I've been doing that a lot lately and actually really enjoying it. So I'm going to do the dark brown just on right here, just really close to the lash line. I don't want it to be like a wing or anything like that. Then next, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take that same eyeshadow and just kind of place it, kind of tight line a little bit. And I know that seems crazy, and if you're not comfy with this is totally, it just beefs up the lash line a bit. So we're just going to do a little bit here. it seems like something that's so simple, but it really does make a difference, at least that I've been noticing. Now we're gonna move back to the cheeks and do the powder, and we're doing the Pomelo Peach Powder from Haus Labs. It's just so good. And I'm actually use this brush today. I really like brushes like this. This is just a duo fiber brush. I'll try to link the exact one I have down below. I have a few of these, but this just, the way it sweeps across the cheek to add powder blush is just so good. So I'm gonna dip in, and then we're gonna kind of tap first. Now, if you're worried about it, like pulling it back, moving it, look how intense that is. Don't worry, it's not gonna look that crazy. Blush is looking good. Now what I did to kind of tone down how intense it was is I just took like a clean brush and kind of tapped around the edges, but also when in doubt, you can just go on with the remainder of what you have on your brush that you blended your foundation or whatever out with, and just kind of use whatever the remnants are and just kind of tap around. That's a really good way to kind of tone down intensity of blush. But sometimes you got to go in heavy-handed first to get like a really good final result, if that makes sense. Anyways, I love this blush shade. It is so good. This is like this combo for summer for me. Just, it's gonna be it. It's gorgeous. Now we're moving on to highlighter, and we have a new one from LYS Beauty, and I was so excited because I have all their other ones. I'll show them to you in a second. They have a powder and a liquid, but I was so excited to see a cream stick. This is just, I love a stick. I love a cream. This is just ideal. And I got the shade that I have in the other ones, the shade Brave, which is just absolutely beautiful. It's a really beautiful champagne-y color. Look at that. It's just stunning. So I have Brave also in the powder. You can see it's so beautiful. This is one that just is so intense though, that a light hand, but look at the intensity of that. Look how intense that is. It is a blinding highlight. Look at that. Oh, it's just so good. And then I also have the liquid of the shade Brave, which is really pretty as well. We'll just do that next to the, I feel like that was a mistake to put that there because it's all going to mix together, but this is the liquid. I'm just going to do a little, there we go. Here it is. Hope you can see. Hope the light's catching it. There you go. So I would say that the liquid is the most subtle of all of the highlighter options. So for me, it would go the liquid's the most subtle, then the cream, and then the powder is the least subtle of all of them. So that kind of might determine if you're gonna get one, which one you get. But this is beautiful. I've been loving just taking my face. It's so creamy. Oh my goodness, it's beautiful. It's just gorgeous. I've been loving taking this and just really blending it with my finger. Look how beautiful that is. Look at that. So stunning. And I tried to not overdo it at first. I like to go in lightly, and then if I change my mind and I want a little bit more, I kind of build it up that way, because sometimes highlighter can get away from you real quick. And by you, I mean me, because I love highlighter. The 2016, 14 era of like super intense highlight was my jam. I loved it. So we're also going to put some down the nose. And then we're also going to take a little bit and just brow bone. And then a touch right here in the inner corner. Look at how beautiful. Oh, I love it. Just gives like the most beautiful, youthful like glow to the cheeks. But then when you get really close to a mirror, it doesn't feel like you're wearing a ton of makeup on top. It just melts into the skin. I mean, it's just like the bronzer stick and their blush kind of highlighter style stick, or I guess you could just call it a blush stick that they have. It just melts into the skin, but really doesn't look like much in the sense of like makeup on your skin, but it looks like much because it packs a punch. It's just so good. I love it. Now we're gonna go back to the eyes. We're going ping pong, right? Like we're just cheeks, eyes. We're going back to the eyes. We're gonna curl our lashes. We have a new mascara today, and I generally like to curl my lashes. There are days though where I don't want to curl my lashes at all or wear mascara at all, but curling your lashes sometimes is just game changing. I mean, look at what curling your lashes does. It's just the best. So we're going with the Iris and Romeo mascara today. I was really excited to see they came out with a mascara because I mean, you guys know if you've been here before, I love Iris and Romeo, and their concealer by far of everything is just, if you want something that doesn't crease at all, grab their concealer. It is amazing. And we're just gonna do a couple of coats of this mascara. What I will say is it has a slight scent to it, and not like a feel like an added scent or anything, but it does have a slight, it smells like something and I don't know what it is, but it does smell more like paint, and I know that sounds crazy. Like ever so slightly, like a tinge, like a hint of paint. But not in a way that it bothers me or that I wouldn't wear it or I'm going to be smelling it. It's just when you take it out of the tube, if it's near your face, you're going to smell something. Just a touch of smell, but it's not anything crazy. And we're going to do a couple of coats. That's one coat of mascara. And I really like the way that it makes my lashes look. And I'm not feeling like with one coat it gets chunky or anything like that. I also really like the wand because, I don't know if I showed it to you yet, but if not, here's the wand. It has like a little almost stinger at the end, like right here. And that makes it really easy to get to the corner, which is really nice because I feel like I struggle with that at times. And like really getting into the end there, and this type of wand makes it really, really easy. And this is the first time I've ever seen a wand like this in my life, at least personally, that I've ever seen. I've never seen a wand that has like an end that almost looks like a stinger on like a hornet or something, but I really enjoy it. Mascara's on, so we have two coats on the top, just a light coat on the bottom lashes. I feel like I got that kind of all over my bottom lash line, but that's okay. We'll clean it up once it dries. So this mascara, I find, I don't think it's necessarily going to work for everybody, just depending on how you do your makeup. If you do not set your under eyes, I do feel like depending on how runny or weepy your eyes are, you might get some running. I also think if you over apply this mascara, there is going to be some flaking, and that is really with like any mascara, but this mascara I noticed like when I over apply, because I like to test like a bunch of different coats, like see 3 coats was too much for this mascara, and I feel like depending on how, this might sound weird, but how roughly I was applying the mascara to my lashes, like today I did like a nice light application. When I apply it roughly and I'm kind of like really like getting in there, and like, especially once I already have the first coat on, if I'm going in roughly with the second coat, it can clump. So just a light hand. And I mean, I feel like the lashes look really good. You'll have to tell me what you think, but I really like the way that this applies. But again, sometimes when you're getting clumping, sometimes it's just the intensity at which you're applying mascara. I've noticed that with some mascaras where I go, okay, why is this clumping? This feels banaise. Then when I apply it just lightly, then I don't really have clumping. So that's just something to note. But I really like this mascara. I really like the way it wears. I do need to set my under eyes when I wear it, because I do feel like when I don't, I do get a little bit of running. I mean, it's not anything where the mascara is like all the way down my face by any stretch of the imagination, but I do get some running. And so I think for some people that do have weepy eyes, if you don't set your under eyes and you don't like set your concealer, then you might not love this mascara because it can run. At least it has on me. But beyond that, I actually really like this mascara. And like one coat, I've been loving a one coat with this mascara because it gives me a really natural looking lash, but it gives me a little bit of something. You know, oh, her lashes look really good today, and it gives really nice length in my opinion. I mean, you guys can tell me what you think because you've seen my lashes a ton. It gives me really nice length, I also feel like it gives nice volume, but in a way that's more wispy volume, which I really enjoy, as opposed to like more intense volume where it really intensely builds up your lashes, but it does still give volume. I like the way that it holds a curl. I would say that in terms of holding a curl, I would call it a pretty much slightly above average hold for curl. By the end of the day, my lashes have fallen a little bit, but it isn't anything that like all my other mascaras do, if that makes sense. But I really enjoy this. I would love to know what you think if you've tried it, and also just what you think just looking at me now. What do you think of the mascara? Now we're gonna move on to new lip liners. I was really excited to see that Kosas relaunched their lip liner that they got rid of that I really liked. I think the shade that I loved in their lip liner was the shade Peak. I could be wrong because they did not bring back the shade I loved, which is like a betrayal and real rude because why? It was so cute. But I got this shade here. I think I got the shade Beyond, and I feel like it's a decent shade. It is, I don't know if I love it for every single day, but you'll have to tell me what you think. I really like the way that this wears. It's a very comfortable wear. It like is creamy in the sense that it it glides really easily, but it's not so creamy in the sense where like it goes away right away. Did like a day where I wore it and it was super hot out, and it lasted really long on my lips, which is nice. I do find the formula to be somewhat similar to their old formula, I would say. Maybe a little bit creamier than their old formula, but in terms of the way that it wears and feels and all of that, I would say it's pretty similar because their old formula lasted decently long too. And yeah, but I feel like the shade is a decent shade. I feel like it might be a little too pink on me for like my preferred everyday, but I do enjoy it. What do you guys think? I wanted to put it all over the lips just so you could see what it really looks like. And then I'm going to go on top with this Rosewood Nights from Summer Fridays. What do you guys think of the lip combo? I really like this. I've been wearing this combo a lot lately. Like the lip liner alone, I feel like I needed to be slightly more brown just for my skin tone. It's a beautiful, I feel like if you're a little bit lighter than me, it's going to be exactly kind of perfect for a really nice like pinky nude, but still with a touch of brown to it. But for me and just like my complexion, I like to have something like this on top because it kind of just balances the shade out. But I would love to know, what do you think of this lip combo? I've been wearing this lip combo specifically a lot, and it just kind of, it gives, when I wear like no makeup at all and I just want a little bit of a lip combo and I just throw a little blush on and like maybe curl my lashes, it brings life to my face, this color combo. I don't know, I really enjoy it. You let me know down below what you think. And yeah, that's it for this new makeup video. I would love to know down below, what product are you most excited about, most intrigued by? I, with all of these, was so excited. I'm really excited to get this video up for you guys so that you can kind of check out these products and see, because I was so excited to get my hands on all of these products, and they all really surprised me. I would say that if you want a blush that kind of, it gives you like really like, you know, dumpling-like skin. I don't know if that makes sense, but it's like bloop, bloop, bloop. It just looks like a plumped up dumpling, just like so healthy, so youthful, and you want your cheeks to have that. This is the product you need to try, because the sheen that it has, and it doesn't fade too quickly, I will say, but it does fade. I mean, all cream blushes will fade, but it, like, if you have a blush that you can pair with it, a powder blush that you can pair with it, it lasts so long. Yesterday I wore actually this with the blush, and it lasted all day. When I got home, I still had blush on, so the combo is kind of perfect. But yeah, I would love to know down below, which one of these products are you most intrigued by? And yeah, that's it for this video. Thank you so much for watching. Please don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye guys.